Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Dr. McDermott. I'm a medical consultant here at NuSpecies. I am sorry for the delay in time. I know we're starting at 12, but just wanted to give someone some time to get to their lunch breaks and get to their computers or their phones. So my name is Kay McDermott. Again, I am a medical consultant here at NuSpecies. And a little bit about myself. I became a naturopathic doctor back in 2011, and I went to the School of University of Virtual College of Naturopathic Medicine, and I love what I do. I love to help people. I love to recommend things that they can do to better health. And here at New Species, that's exactly what we do. So I love it. So as time goes by, you guys will learn more about me and how we here at New Species can help you. So today I'm not gonna be long. I'll probably be here for about 30 minutes or so. I'm sorry. Someone is telling me it is dark. I'm sorry. I know my lighting is not the greatest. Bear with me for today. I promise I'll work on the lighting for next time. Sorry. Thank you, Mr. Roach, for telling me that my background is dark. But I'll work on it for next time. All right. But hopefully my audio is okay. So I'm going to be talking a little bit about diabetes, medications, and their side effects, and the nutrient depletion that they can cause. If we have time, I'll talk a little bit about blood pressure medications as well. I chose to speak about these two things because a lot of our clients are diabetic, are coming to see us, are on diabetes medications, high blood pressure medications, high cholesterol. And, there's always this triad, right? Usually diabetes, high blood pressure, high blood cholesterol, they work together in a sense. One person may not have all three together, but they're heading down that road. So they may end up having diabetes first and later develop blood pressure medication, develop high blood pressure, develop high blood cholesterol. So what happens when diabetes, it causes so much inflammation in the arteries, and it ends up causing plaque to build up in the arteries. And then once plaque is being built up in the arteries, guess what? The heart has to pump harder to pump blood through. So it all just works together. So diabetes type 1 and type 2, right? There's different types of diabetes, but the main ones that we're focused on today is type 2. But type 1 is more autoimmune, where you're born with it, right? Your immune system starts attacking your pancreas, creating insulin deficiency. So it basically causes your pancreas to not produce enough insulin or release the insulin needed when you may eat a carbohydrate or protein, to basically turn that into glucose for energy. Type 2 is more attainable through environmental toxicity, through diet, through lifestyle changes. One can get diabetes type 2. Diabetes type 2 is actually preventable and treatable. It's easier to work with someone who actually has pre-diabetic because it's easier to manage that way. But once they have type 2 diabetes, then it becomes a little bit more complicated. It's definitely still treatable and preventable, but it becomes more complicated, has become full-blown type 2 diabetes. So some of the things, and feel free to, good morning, Mr. Roach. Feel free to ask questions while I'm talking. I'll stop in, but I'm just going to chat for now to you guys asking some questions. So some of the medications that a diabetic tends to take is called metformin. A lot of you may hear of glipizide. You may have Januvia, glypuramide, glyburamide. There's a few others. I'm sorry, I'm pronouncing some of them a little bit off, but there's a lot of them, believe it or not, and they're all in different classes. And depending on the classes they are in, they cause different side effects. So some of the side effects that these medications can cause is bloating. They can cause cramping. They can cause skin rashes. They can cause diarrhea. They can cause excessive fatigue and tiredness. So one of the things here when we have our clients come here at New Species and they have diabetes, or they have whatever it is that they have, one of the important things that we ask is what medications are you taking, right? Because sometimes the presenting symptoms that they're coming in with, it could be what's causing the side effects. So one of the things that that I wanted to focus on mostly is the nutrient depletion. Some folks don't realize that medication can cause nutrient depletion, right? And some nutrients that are needed for blood sugar regulation or insulin regulation are like vitamin D3, um, coenzyme Q10. I'll go into these a little bit. B vitamins, magnesium, potassium, phosphorus, and these are some of the minerals that are depleted by your diabetes medication. Um, so it's important that someone who's taking a diabetic medication or even any medication, matter of fact, they're taking a multivitamin, multimineral, and some sort of antioxidant, right? And I'll go more into that as we go along. So one of the things like coenzyme Q10, this is an enzyme that our body naturally produces, and it's actually become more depleted as we get older, and also especially also if someone is on taking a cholesterol medication and a diabetic medication, become depleted in this because the pathway that these drugs work on, it also depletes or prevents the coenzyme from producing. And coenzyme is an antioxidant that our body makes that basically provide energy to our cells. So if you're feeling tired, you're feeling fatigued, and you're taking any of these medication, then you could think about, okay, maybe this is why I'm feeling this way. So usually when we have our clients coming to NuSpecies, we encourage them, go back to your doctor. If you're feeling these cramping, if you're feeling tired, excessively fatigued, you're not feeling yourself, we encourage our clients to go back to your doctor and check in and see what is it that you may be taking that could be causing some of these side effects. And then you have your vitamin D3, which is one of the nutrients that is depleted with diabetes medication. And yes, this time of the year, our sun rays are low, so our vitamin D tends to be low. However, diabetes medication can also deplete this important nutrient. Every organ has a receptor site for vitamin D. Good afternoon, Ms. Patterson. I'm sorry, my lighting is a little dark, but hopefully you can see me well, and I promise you I'll work on the lighting for next session. I'm sorry about that, but this is the best I can do for today, so hopefully you can hear me well, and I'll work on my lighting better next time. Good afternoon, Ms. Brown. Thank you for joining. Again, guys, if you have any questions, I'm just talking, but if you have any questions, please feel free to chat in the box, and I will answer your question. I'll do my best to answer your question. You can also send me a private message if you can, if you want to, if you don't want to display it publicly. Okay, but good afternoon, everyone. All right, so where was I? Yes, so nutrient depletion. So vitamin D, every organ in our body has a receptor site for vitamin D. So vitamin D is important for immune function. It's actually important for insulin regulation. It's really important for our body and so many other things, right? So some other nutrients are like zinc, essential fatty acids, B12. Also, one of the drugs like metformin, which is used for diabetes medication, can deplete B12. And what it does, it lowers the gut absorption. And B12 is one of those vitamins that is absorbed in your intestines, right? So it's so important that, especially if you're taking a diabetic medication, you're taking B vitamins, because some of these, diabetes medication, they deplete these nutrients. Again, for those who are newly joining, I apologize for my lighting. Okay, I promise I'll work on it next time. But hopefully the audio is great because that's the most important thing, is the audio. Okay. All right. So these nutrients that we need, magnesium, B12, zinc, essential fatty acids, vitamin D3, they are all important for insulin regulation, right? So if you're a diabetic, it's really important that you're taking your multiminerals, your multivitamins, because these medications can deplete them. So it's very important, right? So I'm just checking my notes here. So diabetic medications can also cause pancreatitis, believe it or not. I'm sure you did not know that, right? Some diabetes medication can cause pancreatitis. And pancreatitis, what is it called? It's basically inflammation in the pancreas. Usually pancreatitis is caused by alcohol, gallstones, but some people, it tends to neglect it that diabetes medication can actually cause pancreatitis, right? So definitely, if you're having any pain in your abdominal system, definitely get it checked out by your doctor because it could be the medication you're taking. Um, okay, so some of the risk factors, like I said, gallstones, alcohol, but that's neglected by a lot of the doctors. They usually look into other things before they can consider, okay, this must be the side effect of this medication you're taking. Okay, my lighting is better, guys. Thank you. Thank you. So hopefully you guys can see me now. Hi, Jillian. Hi. All right, so guys, Jillian is going to be joining us. She's our executive vice president of NuSpecies. She's also going to be helping us moderate any questions, so please feel free to ask questions. So, Ms. Brown, what is the importance of the pituitary glands and what are the levels of concern? No, not sure if I'm wording this question correctly. Okay, Ms. Brown, thank you for your question. So your pituitary gland does a lot of things. It's actually a tiny gland in your brain, and it basically regulates a lot of your hormones, thyroid hormones, your growth hormones, pregnancy hormones like your follicular stimulating hormone, luteinizing hormone like your FSH, LH, thyroid. It masters a lot of things. And if you have any issues with your pituitary gland, you definitely should get a PET scan done or get, yes, yes. Um, is the lighting better, everyone? Because we moved the lamp a little bit. Hope the line is better. So, okay, sorry guys. So pituitary gland, if you have anything wrong with your pituitary gland, you definitely should get a PET scan done just to make sure there's no tumors or anything like that. But, if there's something wrong with your pituitary gland, it may not be producing the hormones that it needs to, because what it does, it stimulates other organs to produce their hormones, like your thyroid gland, your ovaries, your prostate, your pituitary gland facilitate a lot. So, Ms. Brown, if you have anything going on with you're thinking you have an issue with your pituitary gland, definitely go to your doctor, have him refer you to get a PET scan done or MRI just to make sure there's nothing going on there. And also do some blood work and do some hormone blood work. Get your hormones checked if you're feeling like you're having any symptoms of pituitary deficiencies, or maybe your pituitary is overproducing. It's sending too much signal to, like, for instance, someone with hyperthyroid, they're producing too much thyroid. So the pituitary gland could be sending the message to the thyroid, to the hypothalamus, and then the hypothalamus is telling the pituitary, telling the thyroid, okay, keep producing, because I don't have enough of you, so I need more of you. So it could be either or. So if you're having issues again with your pituitary gland, get a PET scan done or MRI done if you're having issues. Ms. Brown, hopefully that answer your question. But yes, and I understood your question, so it's fine. So, okay. So I'll keep talking and you guys can ask other questions that you may have. Okay. So a lot of the things that I was saying earlier too was it's important that when you guys come to NuSpecies, we ask what medications you're taking, because some of the symptoms that you're experiencing could be side effects of your medication. So no, we're not just asking for contraindications like, okay, we can't give you this because you're taking this. It's more for, okay, there's a possible reason that some of the medications you're taking are causing side effects. No, we can't take you off your medication, and we actually are open to working with your doctors. If your doctor is open to us, we can actually work with your doctor and we can work together to help you, right? So you may not be in a position right away that you can come off your medication right away, but we can definitely work with you where you're taking the right nutrients and the right formulas to complement what you're doing, okay? Again, if anyone has any other questions. Okay, if anyone have any questions, let me know. Okay, so I have to elevate my voice a bit. Sorry, guys. All right. So there's also hypoglycemia and hyperglycemia, right? There is where the body doesn't produce enough sugar in the body, and there you have too much sugar in the body. So someone with diabetes can actually, have experienced both, either or, because then your medication can cause too low for blood glucose levels, and then you may have to high blood sugar, which again can cause inflammation in your arteries and your cells. Diabetes is a very complicated disease, and even though it's preventable and treatable, it's very damaging to the cells. It's very damaging. So it's so important that you are taking the right nutrients to help build your cells and your tissues up, because and do not, because one thing we find a lot, especially here in NuSpecies, that I've found, I don't know if Dr. Bowman or Dr. Guy can say the same thing, but what I've found is that sometimes some people, they wait too long. They're diagnosed with diabetes, and they are like, okay, it's okay. I'll still eat whatever I want. I still want to do whatever I want, but you know, then years pass, and guess what? They now have kidney complications, they now have issues with their visions, they now have a neuropathy, which are some of the things that diabetes can cause. Diabetes can damage your kidneys, right? It can also damage your eyesight, because what happens, it damages your fine capillaries, right? And also cause neuropathy, where you have this tingling and numbness in your hands and feet to the point where you can't sense temperature, hot or cold. It can get that bad. So definitely encourage everyone, if you know anyone that may have diabetes and they're not getting treated for it, they're not seeing a doctor, please do that. Okay. So anyone with the hemoglobin A1C, so for those who don't know, hemoglobin A1C is the amount of blood sugar in your blood over a span of 3 months. Usually this is measured, this is what they use to track diabetes, whether you're pre-diabetic, you're diabetic, and anyone over 5.6 is considered pre-diabetic, and then anyone over 6 is diabetic. So anyone who has a hemoglobin A1C that's over 5.6 or 6, you want to definitely consider taking things like, turmeric and essential fatty acids, vitamin D3, and your multiminerals. Right? These are your multivitamins. This is essential because, like I said, diabetes can damage the cells, and it can definitely create a lot of damage that, sometimes it becomes a little bit hard to reverse it, right? So also high cholesterol. High cholesterol also causes depletion of, if you're on a statin, like Crestor or one of those other medication, can cause depletion of coenzyme 10, CoQ10. So it's important that you take your nutrients, okay? So I'm going to be waiting for some other questions here as I'm almost finished. Also, too, you can also lose some of your minerals taking diabetes medication through your kidneys, because someone with diabetes, they have frequent urination. And, when you're urinating more than what you're supposed to, you tend to urinate your minerals. So, again, please, I encourage everyone, take your minerals. Guys, take your multivitamins, your multiminerals, your essential fatty acids. And diabetes can be preventable and treatable. Some people think that they have to live with it for the rest of their lives, but they don't. This can definitely be reversed. Okay. Again, type 1 is different from type 2. Type 1 is more autoimmune, where the body attacks the pancreas, and you can't produce insulin. So therefore, someone like that with type 1 needs insulin. So they have the insulin injections that they have to take, so that they can turn that into glucose and provide energy for the body. All right. Anyone has any other questions? Because I'm pretty much so blood pressure. Since I'm finished with diabetes, I'll go a little bit into blood pressure. So blood pressure, the new norm now is 130 over 90. And it used to be 120 over 80, but they have, increased that to 130 over 90. And, you have your systolic and your diastolic. So your systolic blood pressure is basically your heart pumping through the rest of your body, pumping blood through the rest of your body. And your diastolic, which is the bottom number, is your heart at rest. So you typically want to make sure you keep your blood pressure under 130 over 90 and more like maybe like 105 over 70, around between those numbers, that margin, because you don't want to give your heart too much work to do. Someone on high blood pressure medication also are at risk for nutrient depletion, right? Blood pressure medication can deplete, again, minerals, can deplete vitamin D3, calcium, and potassium, phosphorus, and all these different things. And also, if you're being depleted of calcium and potassium and phosphorus, guess what's happening? You're also affecting your bones, right? Because your bones need these minerals to be built. And your cells, your blood, every part of our body basically needs minerals to function, cell function, right? So we can't just only look at, okay, symptomatically, we're not having any symptoms, I'm feeling okay, but there's something else going on at the cell level, okay? Okay, I'm just going to keep talking until you guys ask me some questions. So some blood pressure medications, such as ACE inhibitors, like lisinopril can deplete zinc. You have beta blockers like metoprolol, atenolol. A lot of our clients that come to NuSpecies are also on these medications, like your beta blockers. And you have your loop diuretics, like your furosemide, your Lasix. These can actually deplete your B vitamins. Okay, your vitamin C, your calcium, your magnesium, or your thiazide direct. Oh, sorry guys. So I'm checking for questions here. Okay, Miss Brown, I'm going to overlap work regarding that because I believe the last one that I took was a bit high. Okay, yes, Miss Brown, definitely, look more into that. If your lab test is coming up, has your pituitary is, your PTH is high, definitely follow up with more detailed blood work and also get a PET scan done. Okay, great, Mr. Roach. Awesome, you're seeing me better. Great. Hi, my pitchy nerve. Okay, so I'm going to read the questions. So, pitchy nerve on her hands and legs. She has got high blood pressure on medication and pain pills. What can you recommend for her? So, it would be important that you send blood work. Hi, Dr. Guy. It's important that you get blood work for her. It's important that you can fax it to us. We typically don't like to make recommendations on the wing, like, okay, this is what's happening, then we give you this. We really like to see the blood work to confirm, right? So we can go by that. And also it's a good way for us to track how she's doing. So I would definitely implore you to send me a copy of her lab work, and then we can go further with that. So you can definitely call. Someone will post our number, our toll-free number. You can call. She can also schedule a phone consultation with me or come into the office. I'm mostly in the Brooklyn location, so she can come into the Brooklyn location, or she can go to Elmont where we have Dr. Guy. So it depends on what's more convenient. Mount Vernon, convenient for her, or a phone consultation. But definitely get your blood work done. Send it in to us, and when on the consultation, she can bring a list of the medication that she's on. So blood pressure medication, she's on pain pills, yes. So do she have a history of diabetes as well, Colleen? Because if having nerve issues, it could be from that, or whatever it is that she has, that she's dealing with, whatever disease she has could be causing the nerve issues. So definitely I encourage you, Colleen, to set an appointment with me, and we can discuss more in detail, okay? So hopefully that was helpful. Yes, so Jillian was saying the package is a great way to get liquid vitamins and minerals into your body every day. Yep, so I agree. I agree. So it's important that you, here in NuSpecies, we do have multi-minerals, multivitamins that you can take to definitely cover your basis. If you're not sure what nutrients you're depleted, definitely just start. You can start with our mineral complex. You can start with the liquid B vitamins, just as a starter, okay, to cover your basis of nutrient depletion. And can you talk about our virtual visits? Yes, so we also do virtual visits. So anyone who may be in another country, another state, or they simply just can't get to us because for whatever reason they're disabled, or they're bedridden and can't get to us, we do virtual visits. So basically what it is, we set an appointment and we call you, we send you a code, and then you click on that code, or you enter that code, and you connect with me. So just like you're seeing me here on the Facebook Live, you'll be able to see me on a consultation. So we do virtual visits as well. So whether you're located in Jamaica, Africa, Zimbabwe, who else? Fiji, wherever you're located, New Jersey, Connecticut, we can talk to you through virtual visits. We definitely love to see your face. If you can come in, great. But if you can't, we can do a face-to-face visit as well. Face-to-face is important. I think it's better than a phone consultation because you can see each other. You build a rapport. There's a comfortability there. Any other questions? Anyone has a question? No. So Colleen, I hope you heard my response to that, and you send me her blood work, and also schedule a consultation with me as well. So fax number. So Jillian posted it. So our fax number is 347-696-7965, and also you can bring the blood work to your consultation as well. Okay. Yes. Thanks, Jillian. This is awesome. She's sending links. So for our omega fatty acids, we have our vitamin D and A that contain vitamin D3 in it. Vitamin D and A. So it's basically vitamin D and A, which pairs well together to help with build your immune system and your mucus. Your mucus basically just helps with mucus production, and you're not producing too much. Also, it's a great anti-inflammatory. Essential fatty acids are great inflammatory for the brain, for your circulatory system. So if you want your omega fatty acids fixed, you can get a vitamin D and A. So Jillian has posted a link in our chat box. If you can see it, you can feel free to click on that. All right, Miss Grace, I consulted with my doctor on the mineral complex. He advised me not to take it due to the ginseng in the complex. Is it made without ginseng? Jillian, can you confirm that it doesn't have ginseng in it? However, are you allergic to ginseng, Grace, or do you have issues with high blood pressure? Why you're taking the mineral complex? Because yeah, confirm that with me, Grace. Are you allergic to ginseng? Is that why you can't take it? But our mineral complex, from what I can remember, don't have ginseng in it. But it has a lot of plant-based minerals in there. So Jillian was also piggybacking on what I was saying regarding the virtual visit, that you don't need a software or app on your phone or computer. We provide the link, and it's also HIPAA certified. That's important, guys. So it's HIPAA protected, which means no one else can be on our conversation. It's actually protected. It's safe with us. So no one can be on our conversation. No one can see that link. It's just between me and you, or whichever consultant you consult with. It's just that visit is just you guys. It's protected. In the meantime, what are your recommendations? Miss Brown. Okay, so Miss Brown, in terms of the pituitary, again, it depends on what's going on, because that can cause so many different issues. But we like to just recommend starting with our detox package. Detox, you can't go wrong with that. Especially also, if you're a diabetic, detox, start cleansing, because environmental toxicity is a huge contributing factor to diabetes. So if you do have diabetes, detox. And for Miss Brown, I encourage you to start with the detox in the meantime. The powder, the blood, and the lymph, because what it does is help start detoxifying your cells, start detoxifying your blood, detoxifying your digestive system, because they're all connected, right? So I encourage you to start with the detox package while you're trying to get blood work to me and everything else, and follow up with your doctor on that. Start with a detox, and then once you get the result of your blood test and the results of your PET scan or MRI, you can definitely fax that to me as well, and we can schedule a consultation and we can go over that. Okay, hopefully that was helpful. So Grace, so you're allergic to ginseng because of your high blood pressure. Okay, yes, all right. The mineral complex, I believe, don't have, Jillian, can you please confirm that, don't have ginseng in it. But we can get back to you on that, Grace. I can actually give you a call on that or you can send me send us a chat. Yes. So, Miss Grace, we're going to check on the mineral complex for you to see if it has ginseng in it. If not, there's other formulas we can recommend for the high blood pressure as well, like valerian, chamomile. We can recommend that to help with your blood pressure, because those are nervines and it just calms the system down. Okay. All right. Any other questions? All right, this is fun. So again, tonight we are having Dr. Guy and myself. We're having our seminar tonight at 6 p.m. Here in Brooklyn, and also Dr. Guy will be presenting her seminar in Elmont. The topic is going to be rebuilding your DNA, and as you can see, the logo for New Species is a double helix, right? So it's so important that we understand that we cannot change our genetics, but we can change how they express themselves. So if you have due to genetics you supposed to have cancer or diabetes or whatever ailments that may be, you can actually reverse that, right? How? Come to our seminar. We'll be talking about that. So I'll be having a seminar tonight at 6 in Brooklyn in Canarsie, 9522 Seaview Avenue. And also we'll be having it in Elmont with Dr. Guy, 24101 Linden Boulevard. So definitely welcome to join us. We're having it tonight at 6, and we're having it on Monday at 6 as well. We're going to do a repeat for those who may not able to make it on a Friday night. All right. Any other questions? Is that it for today? Well, I'm hoping this was helpful to everyone. We will be doing more of this with you guys, little sessions. And if there's anything that you would like to hear more about on these Facebook Live sessions, please feel free to let us know. Let myself know, let Jillian know, let Aston know, let Dr. Guy know, let Dr. Bowman know. Let us know what you would like to hear more about on these live sessions, because this is just a quick lunch talk, right, on your lunch break. That you can just chit-chat, so we don't want to keep you long. So if you have any other questions, please feel free to ask. If that's it, then I will call it a day. So I give it a couple more minutes. If anyone have any other questions, you can. And I just want to add a quick thing with diabetes too. Diabetes can get so complicated that sometimes people have to lose a limb because of just not taking care of themselves and taking care of their blood sugar regulation. They end up getting their foot cut off or something like that, because guess what? The nerve endings there are no longer viable, right? And it becomes gangrene, right? So it starts to rot away, so they have to cut it off. So, please, guys, this is what we're here for. We're here to help you to the best of our ability. So if you have diabetes, if you're dealing with any other issues, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, if you're dealing with anything, anything I haven't mentioned, if you're dealing with it, come in and see us, because at the end of the day, we don't treat a disease, right? We look at the underlying cause of something, right? And we work on that, the root cause. So we don't say we treat diseases, right? We rebuild the body, give it what it needs, and the body can heal itself, because the body does have the innate ability to heal itself, right? Don't wait till it's too late. Come in and see us so we can help you. All right. Does anyone else have any questions? Well, this was great, guys. Thank you for joining. Thank you for taking your break and coming in and joining us today. Again, if you have any other questions, you can feel free to send me an email at drmcdermott@newspecies.com, or you can write on our page, on New Species page, and you can actually send us an inbox. If you have any questions or you would like to make an appointment, you can call our toll-free number, and I believe it's in our chat here. Okay, so Jillian is saying, I'm going to reiterate if anyone that's seen this. So our L-News, if anyone taking our L-News formulas, it does have a lot of minerals and B vitamins as well. So Miss Colleen, if you cannot take the mineral complex, thank you, Jillian. Thank you for that reminder. You can take one of our L-News, or L-New 1 or L-New 9 or Super Caveman. If you can't take the mineral complex, you can take one of those rebuilding formulas to help with your blood pressure as well. Yes, Jillian, that is so true. So Jillian is saying that even though, we may have some certain instances, like if you have diabetes and you have to take, medication, it's important that we do supplement and minimize side effects. You're correct. Because, for example, someone could be taking chemotherapy for cancer, and because they're on the right formulas, like our rebuilding formulas, it actually strengthens the cells and strengthens your immune system so that you can tolerate chemotherapy, right? So a lot of our clients who tend to be taking chemotherapy and taking our formulas, They can withstand the treatment better. They don't get weak. They're able to care about their normal day with it. So it is important that you may have to do certain medications for things like diabetes or cancers, or you may have an autoimmune disease that you just can't get off a medication. So it's important that you supplement with your B vitamins, supplements with your vitamin D, supplements with your minerals, supplement your rebuilders, because at the end of the day, it's happening all at the cell level. So once you're strengthening at the cell level, then you're able to withstand anything that you're taking. You can take a medication and you won't get the side effects of it because you pretty much protected yourself from those side effects. Okay. Yes, you can email me at drmcdermott@newspecies.com, and you can call us at 866-624-4117. Again, that number is 866-624-4117. Our local number is 845-440-7458. And if you need to send your blood work to us, the fax number is 347-696-7965. And you can also bring with you into your appointments, your consultation. And if you don't have it, don't let that steer you away. Still come in. We can talk. We can see what we can do in our first visit. And then you can always bring your blood work on the next visit. All right. So I think that's it for today, guys. Again, if there's no other questions or comments, I will call it a day. Again, tonight is our seminar. We're talking about rebuilding our DNA. Rebuilding your DNA, and we are excited to have you to come and join us tonight at 6 o'clock again in Brooklyn, and also with Dr. Guy in Elmont. So join us. Come after work, and also we'll have a Q&A session there as well. So if after the talk you have questions, you will be able to ask questions. All right, guys. So thank you. I'm signing off for tonight. When Dr. mentions her, she's a friend, so especially revealing from her, these are recommended. Okay, thanks, Jillian. So, yeah, so she's clarifying rebuilders. Yes, I'm talking as if you guys are already NuSpecies here. So I mentioned rebuilders. We have some formulas here that we call our rebuilders. And what it does, it helps rebuild the cells or rebuild the tissues at the cellular level, right? So it not just only work on the symptoms that you may be feeling, but actually work on the root issues that you're having, and then you rebuild. Because when you are sick, when you have a disease or ailments going on, the tissues are very broken down, your cells are very broken down, make you susceptible to staying sick and even getting more sick. So these rebuilders help rebuild your cells and rebuild your tissues over time. All right. And yes, our consultations are free. Sorry. Thank you, Jillian. Our consultations are free. So you don't have to pay anything for your consultations. Come in, chat with us, and the consultations are free. We have locations in Brooklyn. We have a location in Elmont. We have a location in Mount Vernon. We have a location in Beacon if you live upstate. Dr. Bowman is there actually today, Friday, taking appointments. So if you are in that area, definitely book your session with her. It's free. And I'm here in Brooklyn, so you can stop by the office today and see me if you're in the area, and Dr. Guy in Elmont. All right, guys. So that is it for today. Okay, Miss Brown, awesome. Yeah, Queen Nanny. Yeah, congratulations. Miss Brown is a NuSpecies. Awesome. Awesome. Thank you, Olosoji, for joining. Thank you for watching. All right, guys, so I'm going to go now. Have a great day. Have an excellent day. And if you have any questions or any concerns, please give us a call and book your consultation. Bye, guys. Have a good weekend. Take care. Bye-bye.